Welcome back to 360 Sports Network's Fantasy Football Toolkit segment. This week we're looking at different commissioner tools that you can use to help possibly make your league a little bit different, a little bit more memorable, and just more exciting for everybody involved, both player, owner, and of course, you, the commissioner yourself. I'm James Dotson, and what we're going to look at today is maybe eliminating something that we complain about anyway. The kicker, the defense, one or the other, maybe even both. And the main issue with this is that, it's just your standard league. Everybody, you have a kicker in your league. Everybody, you have a defense in your league. And the same sort of thing happens. You have people who draft the kicker too early and they get ragged on. You have people who don't draft a kicker or a defense and they get ragged on. You have everybody scrambling each week and spending most of their fantasy time messing with finding a defense. All this stuff just can become a royal pain in the behind and just ends up becoming a drag for the league. So instead of fighting it, instead of dealing with it year after year, league after league, change it up. Don't put a kicker in your league. Don't put a defense in your league. Instead, add an extra flex position. Make you have to start 3 running backs and 3 wideouts instead. I wouldn't go as far as going to individual defensive players because a lot of the casual fantasy owners aren't as big of a fan of the individual, the IDPs, mainly because, honestly, we don't pay much attention to the defense, and also because, well, let's face it, defenses are getting absolutely tortured anymore, so you're not exactly going to be getting blown up stats by a lot of these players either. But I would definitely recommend going a route where you don't have to play a kicker. And not that you don't have to, but there's absolutely no kicker there whatsoever to even work with. And I am doing one league. It's called the Scott Fishbowl 360. It is a 360-team league. If you've never tried that sort of thing, that's another story for another day. But that's one of my most intriguing leagues this year because what you end up have happening here is a league where you have no kicker, no defense, and instead they've added about 4 other starting positions at the skill positions, at the running back, wideout, and tight end position. This just makes a lot more strategy of which way you want to go, and you don't have to waste your time and waste your draft picks and waste your waiver wire pickups and all that picking up a replacement for your bye week kicker. It just makes it, in my mind, a lot more fun, a lot less stressful, and while there's not maybe as much ragging when it comes to making fun of people for their picks and picking a defense too late, too early, all that during draft day, it can end up making a big difference in terms of the season and making you have to think a lot more about how you want to use your roster spots when you have that many more possible starting positions as a result. So if you're looking for something different and you're just sick of everybody dealing with the kicker and defense nonsense, this would be definitely the route to look at going. Don't have a kicker, don't have a defense, it's just not worth it. Well, hey, I'm James Dotson. Thanks for tuning in to the Toolkit, brought to you by the 360 Sports Network. Keep checking back for all sorts of fantasy football insight, following us on Twitter at 3S Network, and of course getting those customizable cheat sheets and everything ready as you finish off your drafts here before the beginning of the fantasy year. I'm James Dotson. Have a pleasant evening, everybody.